welcome you back to another Android episode. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make a static sign in our Android application. First of all, you go to New and here you select an empty activity by selecting the activity, and we'll call this Sign in Activity, and we'll make this a launch activity as well. And next thing, we'll make another activity. This one will be also an empty activity, and we'll call this home activity. Alright, now here we have made two activities, for sign in activity and home activity, and for both of them we have created two XML files. So first thing, let's go to signin.xml. Here in the design we'll click right click and select add helpers and select horizontal guideline. We'll press this twice, drag it till it's 10%. You can give any percentage as your preference. So here we'll call this HG10 because the percentage is 10 and the guideline is a horizontal guideline. Then we'll give refactor this. Next thing, we'll make another guideline. We'll copy this from here and paste it here, and we'll say the constraint guideline percentage to 0.9%. So that's 90%. So here we'll give this guideline name as HG90. Next thing, let's copy this from here again and paste it, and this time we'll give the orientation as vertical, the percentage as 0.1, and we'll call this VG10. So here till now we have made 3 guidelines. Now let's copy this from here and paste it here, and we say VG90 for this, and for the percentage we'll use 0.9. Now we have made our guidelines perfectly. They are perfectly working. This makes our application responsive and will make our design look the same in every phone or every device we launch this application in. Next thing, let's have a text view paste. We say we'll go to our design view and drag the text view from here and paste it here. So we'll go back to the split version, and here the text view topic will be login. No, sign in to app. And after that we'll provide constraints to our sign in app text view. We'll say see top bottom of and provide the guideline VG10. And next thing, we'll have a constraint left of left as VG SG10. And next thing, we'll have a constraint right of left as SG90. Now we'll drag this from here and paste it inside our application. We'll go back, and here for the constraint top bottom of we'll give SG10, and for the constraint left of left we'll give VG10. Okay, next thing, for the constraint right of left we'll give VG90, and now our text view is at the center of our application. Now for the text view we'll give a text color. We'll call this color #000, so that's black. Next thing, we'll give a text size. It will be 28 SP. And next thing, we'll give a width to this as 0 dp. Now we'll give this width as match pair. We'll give the width as wrap content. Next thing, we must paste two edit text inside our application for the sign up, email and password. So here we'll go to design view and we'll drag edit text from here, plain text from here, and paste it here. Next we'll go to split view, and here for the text name, for the text we'll give name. No, we'll give for the text email. Next thing, we'll give this ID as email, and after that we'll change our text size as 20 SP. And next thing, we provide a constraint top bottom of and we'll give the ID text view for this. Next thing, we'll provide a constraint left of right as VG10. And next thing, we'll give a constraint left of left as VG90. No, we'll give our constraint left of left as VG10. And for the constraint right of left, constraint right to left, we'll give VG90. And now our email edit text got placed in the middle of the application. Alright. Next thing, we must give a margin for our email. We say margin, this time we'll give a margin top. Margin top will be 32 SP. Okay, next thing, we must have another edit text. We'll copy this from here and paste it here, and we'll give this the ID password. And next thing, for the top bottom constraint, we'll give email. And for the text we'll give password. And for the input type we'll give text password. And here we don't need the text for this. We'll have a hint here. The hint will be password. And here also we don't need the text for our email edit text. So we give hint as email address. And now we have made two fields, email address and password. And here we'll give the edit text margin top as 27. And for the edit text email, we'll give the input type as text email address. Alright. Now we say for the hint for the email address as enter email address. And for the hint for the password, we'll say enter password. And for the width of our email, we say 0 dp. And for the width of the password, we say 0 dp again. Next thing, we'll make a text view here. We'll go to design view and select the text view and paste it here. And we'll call this text view sign. And now we'll give some constraint for our text view. We say constraint top bottom of as password, and next thing constraint left of as VG10, and next thing we'll have a constraint right to left as VG90. No, actually we don't need this constraint here. Okay, next thing, let's give a text for our text view. We say didn't sign in yet. And here we'll give a margin top for our text view. We say margin top and provide 20 SP for it. And here text color will be blue. Text color will be #5456. No, the text color will be #FFF. We can't give white for our color, so let's say the text color will be hash 3456. No, we will not give a color for our text here. So after this, we'll have a button placed. We'll go to design view, and here from buttons, we'll select a button and paste it here. So we'll give some constraints to the button. We'll give the ID of the button as sign up. And next thing, we'll call this sign up. And after that, we'll have a constraint top to bottom of as password. And next thing, constraint left to left of as text view sign. No, constraint left of to right of as text view sign. And after that, we'll have a margin top placed. We say margin top as 20 SP. No, 0 SP. No, actually, we'll give this 5 SP. Next thing, we'll give a margin left for our sign up button. We say margin left as 20 SP. Alright. Next thing, we need another button. We'll drag a button from here and paste it here, and go to split view, select the button, and we'll call this sign in button. And we'll provide the text as sign in. Next thing is we provide a constraint top to bottom of as sign up. And next thing, we'll give a text size for this. The text size will be 30 SP. Next thing, we'll provide a constraint left of left as VG10. And we'll have a constraint right of right as VG90. Okay. Next thing, we'll have a width as 0 dp. No, actually we'll not give a width, we'll say wrap content. Now we'll provide a background theme for our sign up button. We'll say background theme and provide orange color as #FF8500. Okay, next thing is we'll have on click place inside the inside our sign in button. We say on click and we say get in, and we get an error, so we click on the right on the red bulb, orange bulb here, and say create get in view in sign in activity. So now a method was placed inside our activity for our sign in button. Now inside our activity home we paste a text view. We have a text view paste in the middle, and we'll go to split view and give constraints for our text view. Here we say home email address, and we'll give a text size as 30 sp, and we'll have constraint top bottom of as parent, constraint top we'll have constraint top top of as parent, and next thing we'll have constraint bottom of as parent also, and we'll have a constraint left to left as parent as well. Next thing, let's have constraint right to right as parent as well. Okay. Next thing, we'll have another text view. We'll copy this from here and paste it, and we'll call this email. And for the top to bottom of, well, actually no, we'll not copy this from here, we'll have it put from the design view. We'll copy this from here and paste it here, and here for the email text view we will say email. And next thing, for the other text view we'll give it a name as you are, and for the text we'll give you have successfully registered. And we'll give this a text size as 20 sp, and we'll give the constraints, we'll copy the constraints from here and paste it here. And actually for the top we'll say constraint top to bottom of and provide the ID email. No, we'll have a constraint top we'll have a constraint top to top we'll copy this from here and paste it here. Next thing, we'll give margin top as 20 sp, as 2 sp. No, that doesn't work. So here we'll give a We will remove these constraints from here. We say constraint bottom top of as our email text view. Okay. Next thing, we'll provide a constraint top. We say constraint top of top as parent. Actually, we don't need that constraint. So we'll have this like this. So we will have our email from our sign in registered to here when we press on the button from our sign in activity. For that, we must go to our sign in activity, and here we must say to connect to another activity. From an activity we use our intents. We say intent equals new intent, and we'll provide the context as this, and we'll provide the activity to which we want to go to. We say home activity dot class, and after that we'll say intent dot put extra, and we'll give id for this as email, and for the put extra value we'll get our value from our email address. So we'll need to have a text view. We'll have edit text email made, and here we say inside here we'll say email equals to find view by id r.id.email. Okay. Next thing is for the put extra, we can give id and provide the email content to our intent. We say email dot get text dot to string, and after that we say start activity and provide our intent inside this. This is how we register an activity and go to travel from one activity to another activity, and this is how we put values and send them through this activity to the other activity. So here after this we'll go to the home activity, and we'll get this id from here, go to the home activity, and we say text view and email, give this here. Next thing we'll have our email text view registered. We say find view by id r.id.email, and next thing we'll have an intent place. Intent I equals, this time we'll give get intent, and then we say I dot get string extra and provide the name of the id we gave in the sign in activity. We copy this from here and paste it here. So after this we can say email dot set text and provide our I dot get string extra to this. Alright, so here we have to give another bracket. Now our app is finished building. We have to go to sign in, and here we'll have a if placed. If we'll say if, and we must get the IDs of our email address and password. We'll have edit text pass here, and we say pass equals to find view by id r.id.pass password, and after that we say here we say if email dot equals for the email, if we want to log in, the login email we will the valid email to log in we'll give as Kulesh 143 at yahoo.com, and we'll have a and placed in the pass.getText dot toString dot equals 143. Here also we need to say getText dot email dot getText dot toString, and we'll cross our bracket from here. We have this closed and put one here. Okay. Now it's time to run this activity inside our phone. Let's press run. No, first thing, let's go to sign in and say sign in activity and say run sign in activity, and we'll wait till this builds up. Alright, what we see here is our application we have built so far. It has email address text field, edit text field, and password edit text field, a sign up button and a sign in button. Let's provide our static email address for here, Kulesh143 at yahoo.com, and we'll give a password as 143, and let's sign in and check what happens. Wow, we got our email address that we signed in registered. So it says you have successfully registered, and it shows our email address from which we registered for our application. So this is how we pass data and travel from one intent to another intent in Android. Wow, it's so fabulous and very amazing. We'll go back here and we'll give a wrong email address and see what happens. So after we press sign in, nothing happens. That means we have to provide the same static email address to log in to our application. We'll remove this from here and say sign in, and voila, we got our application showing our email address, and it says you have successfully registered and has provided our email address we used to sign in from the previous activity. So today I have taught you how to make two intents and travel from one intent to another and pass data between intents. And now it's the end of today's lesson. So I see you on another lesson another day. Until then, goodbye guys, and please take care.